Hello there, everybody, and welcome to part 23 of Pokemon Platinum. So last time, we checked out Pokemon contests after we took care of our rival once again. And they're actually pretty fun. Actually, way more fun than I remember them being, honestly. So today, we're heading out to Route 209. In fact, we're already there. So that's neat. That's awesome. Okay, so Route 209 is, the fun little place where it has a great song, and it has a lot of plenty cool Pokemon for you to encounter here. And it's also the host to this good rod, which is way better than the old rod, that's for sure. Try fishing wherever there's a body of water. Oh, incidentally, do you need me to explain? No. So anyway, when there's fishing for a Pokemon, then blah, 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 and also that thing. Fishing gives you twice as much fun. I bet it does. So anyway, it's here where you can, with the good rod, that you can finally find Magikarp that are, well, basically akin to evolving at any given time. Because the max level for evolving a Magikarp is 20. And, with, the good rod, you can actually find Magikarp up to level 25. So if you have a rare candy, you can actually evolve Magikarp just right away into Gyarados. So anyway, right over here, we have ourselves a Pokemon breeder. Pokemon breeders typically have a lot of Pokemon at their side. And sometimes they'll even have, well, baby Pokemon, actually. Like this Badoo, because clearly Badoo counts as a pre-evolution for Roselia, so Badoo would technically count as a baby. So that's very nice. This Mega Drain won't even do anything to me because I have Dragon Rage. In fact, all of his Pokemon could probably just go down with a Dragon Rage, actually. You got an Eevee, too. Alright. You go and do that thing in which you faint. Actually, not really, because that Dragon Rage didn't even do like 40 damage to kill. Yeah, 40 to kill. Yeah, 40 to 0. So now Draka should have an easier time now that she's not so confused anymore. Or rather, she won't be encountering Pokemon that can, in fact, confuse. That's basically her biggest issue to begin with, was like, oh no, she got confused. She'll always hurt herself with confusion. It's like, why does that happen? I gotta tell you, this playthrough of Pokemon Platinum has been really weird. I mean, successful, but it's also been really, really bizarre. Like, Draka gets hurt with confusion every single time that she's confused. By the way, you can find Pichu. You can actually encounter Pichu with this trainer, who is the pre-evolved form of Pikachu. Yeah, Draka gets hurt by confusion all the time. And, I lose to, well, big boss fights up until now. I don't know. I don't know what I do. I just do not know. I need to heal you up from paralysis. Pearl's heal. Get that in there. Alright. Get you... Oh, wait. Do you jog every morning? Well, I do. So there are certain trainers that will battle you only at certain times of day. The jogger here will actually battle you during the morning. I definitely don't know if I will show that, but you're not even a required trainer anyway, so yeah. It's just one less battle for me to worry about, actually. Actually, speaking of, let me go in here and then go out here to the glorious music once again. Because there are actually some Pokemon that you can find out here in the good old-fashioned wild. So this is another place where you can find Ralts, but you can also find Wild Staravia here. And you can also find more Wild Roselia too, but you actually have 2 new Pokemon that you can encounter here. If you didn't already get Bidoof here, then here's your chance to get its evolved form, Bibarel. Which, Bibarel is the real star of the HM slavery right there. That sounds terrible, but seriously, Bibarel is a really good HM slave. Like, it can learn, Bibarel can learn most of the HM moves that are in Pokemon Platinum, so yeah, it's a 30% chance encounter rate, which I'm clearly not getting. But if I do encounter it, then I will indeed show you. There's also another encounter that you can get here. And fortunately, it's available in all 3 versions. And it would be Chansey. Chansey is a 5% encounter rate in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And even more so than that, there is a very small chance that Chansey will hold the Lucky Egg item, which will increase your experience gain for the Pokemon that holds the Lucky Egg. So yeah, good luck. And in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl only, you can find Mime Jr. in Diamond and Bonsly in Pokemon Pearl. Pete just got to level 25, by the way. There we go. Very next encounter. Bibarel also gains the water type, so just try to be careful with it if you're using an electric type. Yeah, Bibarel is actually competently leveled here. Like, you can find him at level 18 or 19. Well, competently leveled in the sense that, well, it can possibly keep up with the rest of your team if they're not, like, competently leveled up enough, I guess. I don't know. Ayo! That is what I mean, Sonny boy. Bibarel, the beaver Pokemon, normal water type. A river dammed by Bibarel will never overflow its banks, which is appreciated by the people nearby. And in the spirit of Doofy, who's been with us since the beginning, you shall be Doofer. Speaking of which, of Route 209, I shall return. Oh, and also, now that we have 3 badges, we can now get even more items. So now we can finally buy Great Balls, which I'll buy 10 of them. And, well, that only works for Premier Balls. Wow. So I'm going to get even more Premier Balls, actually. Because, well, I like to be fancy. You can finally buy Revives for 1,500. And you can also finally buy Super Repels, which are honestly much more cost-effective, honestly. I'm gonna get... Yeah, I think I'm actually good on Pokeballs, actually. Once again, I shall return. I have returned. Alright, so let's just keep on going here. We got a double battle. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Danny and Draka, actually. We're tough because we battle together. Together! A 4 of us. We go together. You got Bonsly and Mime Jr. here, actually. You got both of the set of the Diamond and Pearl exclusives. But that won't matter to me because Dragon Rage. I got Dragon Rage. It's not going to one-shot. I was going to say, I got Dragon Rage, but no. Oh, wow. That was a crit and a Parallax. Nice. Ooh, Mimic, you're going to steal a move from me? Not really going to do you much, buddy. Yeah. No. You are done. Y'all done. Bye-bye. All right. Thundershock. Oh, that still did plenty of damage for it, for you being level 21. Well, to be fair, you're one level higher than I am. So, I guess that's fine. Yeah. Emma and Lil. Wah, hua, hua. Yeah, you did that. Hua. Hello, Pikachu. How you doing on, how's he doing on this? How's the Pikachu doing on this lovely, lovely day? Well, actually, I need to actually return. I've returned again. Hello, Pikachu. Hi, I'm a Pokemon. Sure. Sure you are. So so Poke Kids will often have, well, mascot Pokemon. AKA this one has a Pichu. That is now Dragon Rage 0 to death. So sad. So bitter. So sad. Bad dad. So sad. Oh! Please let me battle with the Pokemon you've raised. Well, I guess I can with this female equivalent of a Pokemon breeder over here. If you're gonna have the same Pokemon as the other one, I swear. Never mind, you don't, actually. Okay, so you got a Cleffa. It's a good thing you're not a fairy type yet, because, you know, this Dragon Rage wouldn't even do anything. But yeah, you can actually find Wild Cleffa near the Mount Coronet area where we were at when we were catching the Bronzor. Our first Bronzor, actually. Yeah, you can certainly do that. And you can raise it up to be a good old-fashioned Clefable who's a tank. And level 26. Pokemon breeder Jennifer was defeated soundly and swiftly and coolly. Because I am just that dude. Okay, so let's get this item right here. And it's an ether. I'm going to have Palanquin out front here to take care of this Pokemon ranger person. Say, honey, where are you from? What kind of Pokemon are you with? Southern accent. Southern accent. Shelly. Oh, I definitely picked the right Pokemon for this. I definitely did. Because, well, cowboys or cowgirls will typically have, well, farm Pokemon. They'll basically have the Ponyta. They'll have, you know, whatever else that has to do with, like, I don't know, farm animals is crazy. I don't know. Fancy folks, you look like fat blah. Blah, 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 blah. What about you? You're not supposed to intrude in my time with Sue. What is she, a Mary? Ooh. Young couple Ty and Sue with a Baneri and a Buizel. Oh, that's fine for my guys. They're good because I got Thundershock. Meanwhile, you just have, you know, a weak pursuit. You know, just a little weak. And you're gonna do about half. No, actually, one shot. Jeez. All right, cool. I always love doing that. I always love one-shotting folks and fools. Wow, when a level 26 Prinplup with a good special attack can't KO can't stab kill a well, actually stab KO a Baneri with Bubble Beam, but a Danny that's level 21 with a Thundershock can. Honestly, don't know which one is worse. I'm sorry, Ty. Yeah. But anyway, Route 201, that's a 209. That's basically it. It's a really short route, actually. But you may have noticed something odd, like a little odd rock formation that we just sort of passed by because I wanted to take care of that trainer first. I'm gonna heal up Draka first. Well, as much as I can, because we're pretty close to the next town anyway. So, here's the thing about this. Here's another Jogga that you can fight in the morning. Here. It's a broken Why can I talk? There seems to be a spot where it'd be a perfect fit for the odd keystone. Would you like to use the odd keystone? Yes, I would. The stone tower has been restored. Hollow Tower is written on it. Hollow Tower seems to have been built many years ago. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so this has some special place to it, or some special means of doing something else with it. And it has to do with talking to multiplayer players in the Sinnoh Underground. And no, I don't mean NPCs, I mean actual players that I don't have with me. Yeah, this is really only possible on real hardware because, well, the Sinnoh Underground is multiplayer. Is also capable of multiplayer. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, because what we're gonna do here next is involved with the Sinnoh Underground in some way. You have to talk to 32 players or talk to a person 32 times in the Underground before you can activate this special event. That, well, it's not really a special event, but it's more like something that you need to do in order to unlock something cool. Since I can't actually, you know, have any real players with me to talk, and NPCs don't really count, I'm afraid we're gonna have to break out the action replay for this one. So, sorry if it seems like hacking is really the only way that I can actually show this off, but actually I'm not. We can play video games however we want. Like, if I have to cheat in order to show things off like I did many years ago with, Ruby and, you know, the Pokemon Crystal, then that is absolutely fine by me. Eula! Eula! Okay, so if you encounter 32 people in the Underground or talk to people 32 times in the Underground, then you will encounter the Pokemon known as Spiritomb. Spiritomb is what we call a tanky little boy. Or, yeah, because it actually is a boy. It has 108 attack, well, 108 defense and special defense, and equal stats in attack as well, in 92 attack and special attack. And its worst stat is speed, but that doesn't really matter to it because Spiritomb can tank a lot of hits and can take a lot of hits and then some. Plus, there was the attractiveness of it being Ghost Dark type, meaning at this point in the series, it had no weaknesses. So, on top of having no weaknesses and being a tank, it really should have been a prime target for being a really good Pokemon, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't really have a lot of moves to support it. I mean, sure, there's Hyper Beam, there's Hidden Power, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Shockwave, Silver Wind, and the level up moves that it can learn like Ominous Wind and Dark Pulse. But it really gets Dark Pulse at level 49 and, you know, everything else. So it doesn't really have that much offensive moves to back it up. I mean, it does, but it really doesn't. Still, if you want a tank for your team, then there's absolutely no problem in, you know, Spiritomb. It's a Pokemon that was once really good in Generation 4, but has since gone off into obscurity, being that one Pokemon that's unlocked via a weird method. When fighting Spiritomb, it's at level 25, so at this point it has Ominous Wind. And also it has Hypnosis and Dream Eater. Dream Eater only works on Pokemon that are asleep. And it's basically a Psychic type Absorb. And what I was thinking of, oh god, it got all the buffs? Are you serious? And what I was thinking of actually is I could have possibly, when I was planning my team out, Spiritomb was actually one of those Pokemon that I actually really considered. Because I've never really used the Spiritomb before, so the allure of Spiritomb was just too good for me to pass up. But I think ultimately I decided to go against Spiritomb simply because, well, I didn't really want to use a Pokemon that I had to show off via cheating. Like once I discovered that I could only show this event off by using Action Replay, I didn't really feel good about, you know, using a Pokemon that I got via cheating. And as sort of to punish myself, the rest of my team was based around hard to find Pokemon, essentially. But what I'm going to do in terms of, you know, naming it is I'm going to name it after the original name that I was going to give Spiritomb if I wanted to use it. Kidney. Because you get it, it's a Spiritomb and it's a stone, and it's found via an odd stone and everything. And yeah, you know, it's a kidney stone. Yeah. Oh, and if you're worried about Spiritomb, don't worry. There is a required battle much later on that will have a Spiritomb for you. If you know, then you know, but I'm going to leave that up in the air for you to figure out on your own. Oh yeah, and I should definitely also mention... Oh, wait. Yahoo! Hey, Hikari! I got something cool. I'll show you as a special favor. Huh? What the... What's this all about? I got some seals, but I forgot how to put them on. All right. It was because I was in the ruins. The ruins here are cool. You have to check it out. I even found a hidden machine. It was defog. Anyway, I'll battle you another time. See ya. All right, cool. We made it to Salacion Town, by the way. Oh, yeah, and I actually forgot to mention it if I already didn't put it up on screen. But Spiritomb having pressure as its ability basically means the opponent will use 2 PP instead of 1. So... on top of it being a tank, yeah, pressure will also make it so that the opponent uses 2 PP every time that it's facing it. So that is actually pretty amazing. Not gonna lie about that at all. Anyway, in this Pokemart, you finally have the ability to use Dusk Ball or buy Dusk Balls. Yes! Dusk Balls are my favorite, simply because they make Pokemon so easy to catch at night. And as basically a certified night player that I'm not doing because it's the daytime right now, it's pretty awesome. It's so good. Anyway, my revenge is coming at last. Because right here is the Pokemon Daycare. Let us raise your Pokemon. So, this is the Pokemon Daycare. Unlike those Pokemon breeding centers that are obviously all over the games. What? You couldn't find... What? We didn't have a... What? We didn't have a... What? What? I forget what to say. But the main point is... But the point is... we actually have a daycare center here. And the way that it worked in the old games, instead of just being there specifically for Pokemon breeding, you can take in 2 Pokemon at once like you can now, except for every step that you take, your Pokemon will gain levels. Oh, I am going to use this to high heaven, because I am sick and tired of losing to gym leaders. This is going to be my certified revenge. Okay. So, yeah, if 2 Pokemon are compatible with each other, then the 2 will prefer to play with other Pokemon. So, that should be pretty obvious at that point. And there's also something else, too. This guy. Are you a fan of the daycare couple like me? Then you got a hold of something quite useful. It's the latest Poketch app from the Poketch Company. What's more, they develop it in collaboration with the daycare. Since you're a fellow fan of the daycare, I'm compelled to share this. The Daycare Checker, one of my all-time favorite apps. This shows the Pokemon that you left with the daycare people. And I believe it's app number 9. Yes, it is. So here, you can actually check to see how much your Pokemon have grown in levels here. Or if 2 Pokemon are compatible with each other, you can see whether or not they have left an egg. So yeah, this also introduces Pokemon breeding into the equation, where if you have 2 compatible Pokemon within the daycare, then sometimes they'll leave behind it. Well, actually not really, but all the time they will leave behind an egg. Usually the when it comes to breeding, the parent Pokemon will leave behind something cool in tow. So from both parents, it learns the level up moves of, both parents. For TM moves, usually the father, pre-X and Y, will learn the TM moves, and also the egg moves from the father as well. And there is something actually special involving, eggs, and a certain little mascot boy that we've already ran into. Now, I like to end this video with a little bit of a story that I always love to share, whenever I play Gen 4, because why did Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl forget to remove the daycare altogether instead of just being there purely to breed Pokemon? Listen. I love the daycare feature. It's such a great feature. Like, it costs me to walk all around, and I always used to, whenever I play Pokemon Diamond and Platinum, I always left my Pokemon at the daycare so that they can gain levels and levels, and I don't really care. And I didn't really care how long it takes, so long as it could be overpowered as heck. So, like, why did they remove that in the remakes? I think I find that more disappointing than the fact that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is just a mid-remake, honestly. I always used to go along this straight path. I mean, I would go up further, but but up there is Route 210, and we haven't really done anything with that route yet, so I'm only going where the Let's Play demands me to go to. But yeah, needless to say, I actually really like the daycare a lot, honestly, and I will abuse this daycare mechanic to heck and back. Because next time you see these 2 Pokemon, they are going to be giants. They're going to be serious giants, and none of you can stop me. Because I'm sick and tired of losing the boss fights. Anyway, with that all said, we are all done here. So next time on Pokemon Platinum, we're going to explore around Solaceon Town. So I will indeed see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.